I mean, Hendon Hooker's obviously got big, there's big shoes to fill there. Joe Milton, he's a big old man. So, I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody can do it, he had plenty of doubters. He comes out here. He didn't have to do much against Vanderbilt. They just destroyed them. But, the real test was Clemson, and he made several critical plays, particularly in the red zone. I think that was the most impressive thing I saw from Joe Milton was execution in the red zone. What's your confidence level? I think it'd be unrealistic to expect Tennessee to be as good on offense, but what's your confidence level that Joe Milton can keep this high flying scoring and maybe Tennessee can, if they don't lead the SEC, be a top three scoring offense in the league next season with Joe Milton as a starting quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee continues to break offensive records the first 2 years of Josh Heupel, and some of those they set last year and broke again this year. And so, I mean, that typically is not going to happen every single year, right? I mean, records are records for a reason. You're not going to lead the SEC in offense and scoring and lead the nation in scoring and total offense every single year. But I do think that he's in position to be successful. Obviously, the system is one thing, and it gives a lot of opportunities for quarterbacks who can process information at a fast clip, and that's why Hendon Hooker was so good. One of many reasons. Joe Milton is now entering his third year in the program, so he's been around Josh Heupel, he's been around Joey Halsey, he's been in this system for going on 3 years now, so he's a veteran in the system. He knows how to operate it. My confidence in Joe Milton is higher than it was before the Orange Bowl. I'll say that because, I mean, outside of some mop up duty games, all we had of Joe Milton was a game against Bowling Green and 2 quarters against Pittsburgh. And he didn't look very sharp in terms of his execution on down the field throwing. And really, even in that Vanderbilt game, he didn't look too crisp. But I mean, again, that was a game where, Tennessee was just out in front from the get go. So, no, we'll see. He's got all the tools possibly that you want in a quarterback. He's big. He has the strongest arm in America. I think he's smart. I think he does process information at a good clip. Can he make the right decisions when pressure's bearing down on him? He did that a couple of times in the Orange Bowl. So, we'll see. Joe Milton is not Hendon Hooker. They're going to have to tailor some things a little bit more towards his skill set, which I think is more the I mean, he can throw it a mile, but I think Joe really thrives in the intermediate passing game down the field, anywhere from 7 to 15 yards from sideline to sideline. And you saw a little bit more of that in the Orange Bowl as well. And so, but he made some good decisions. You reference him in the red zone, and there was one to squirrel wide in the back of the end zone where he was sitting in the pocket and he had pressure coming off the left side. He stepped up and then just threw a dart, back there towards the end of the end zone there on the slant and found squirrel wide. And that looked really, really good. So Tennessee's in a good position. They do to have a 6-year quarterback in Joe Milton, third year in the system. Has first round talent, right? He just needs to put it together and play consistent. And he'll get the first crack at it likely. And if not, everybody will be chanting for Nico.